Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So for this week's SD video, I'm going to be talking about what they don't tell or prepare you for in SD school. So if you guys are interested in hearing about what you'll learn and see and what to expect when you are out of SD school and into the beauty world, then please keep watching. Okay, so I made this list on March 7th, just going over everything when I wanted to start doing SD videos, and I was like, I was not prepared for half of this shit. Like, sorry, I didn't mean to curse, but I was not prepared for it. So I thought I would just share what I've came across in this industry and give you guys a heads up. The first thing I was not prepared for was contracts. When I started my first job, when I was still working and when I was still going to school, I was still in school and I had my student permit, I was working at a spa and the contract just simply stated I can work anywhere else that does facials. So I was like, oh, that's fine. If I'm doing facials here and I'm going to be successful, why do I need to do facials anywhere else? And the good thing about that was I could still work somewhere that offered facials. Then when I went to my waxing job, I could not work anywhere that offered waxing, which really stunk because almost every spot in this beauty industry, every salon, spa, they all offer waxing, whether it's full body waxing or just facial, they offer it. So I was just like, that stinks. I was very limited because I wanted to utilize all of my license. At the time, I was so done with doing facials and so disgusted with how my first spa job went. I was like, I don't want to do facials. I hate facials. I just want to do waxing and makeup, and I just couldn't work anywhere else. Technically, I could out of the radius, but they made it very hard because I couldn't get a copy. I asked 2 times for a copy of the contract, and they're like, well, for what? And I was like, oh, I just want to see the radius. And for working in a salon, they're like, oh, does this salon offer waxing? And I lied and said no. And they're like, okay, so then you're fine. And legally, they have to give it to you, so I should have just said for my files or for my own copy. I just want my own copy, and definitely should have took pictures of it or did a copy of it when I had first got it and was going to sign it. But lesson learned. So just make sure you're aware of your contracts. And then I think I kind of talked about it in other videos, but my friend, she's working at a waxing place and she can wax anywhere within a 12-mile radius until 1 year after she was terminated or left, whatever the case was. When she was no longer working at that waxing studio, she could not wax within a 12-mile radius, and that is super inconvenient because you want to work close to home, whether you have kids or not, or just the drive, you don't want to drive far. So that really limited her. So you either lose out on clientele or you have to work further away. So just make sure you're really reading your contract, because you never know if a job is good or not until you're actually in there. It all starts off peaches and cream, and then eventually you see management sucks or your coworkers are horrible. I can work around not getting along with my coworkers, or not even just that, or like not talking to them, not being friendly. That was the case at my first spa. They were just mean, some were rude, not friendly, and I didn't care. I stayed to myself. I can stay in my room. But when management sucks, that's when it's hard for me to stay at a job. So just make sure you read the contract thoroughly, know what you're getting into, and keep a copy for yourself. The second thing I came across when I was applying for SD jobs was most of these jobs are all commission. They don't want to pay you hourly. It's all commission. It's not even good commission. If a facial is $100, $120, depending on the add-on, why am I only getting $15? That's not fair. I'm not guaranteed a $20 tip. I'm not guaranteed that they're going to tip me well. Why don't you want to pay me $15? That's nothing. And then my waxing job, like I told you, was hourly. It was under minimum wage, but it was still hourly. So even if I didn't have anyone and I was just sitting there for 2-3 hours without anyone, at least I was still getting paid. And then I have a job that I'm on commission now. So commission is really hard, especially when you're starting out. You don't have a lot of clients, and just in general, you don't know what your paycheck is going to be, because one week I'm super slam, the next week I'm super slam, the following week I'm slow. So it's really up and down until you build that clientele and you build that relationship with your clients. But it stinks. And at least if you had hourly, you know, okay, at least I'm getting paid this much an hour and I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be able to make my bills. Not crap, I'm short 5 clients, how am I gonna do my car payment? Unless you want to work 2 jobs. Sometimes you're not in a position to work 2 jobs depending on the hours you sign up for at a spa or studio. My schedule, it was good. It was 4 days a week, but the hours are horrible. It was 8 to 2:30 or 2:30 to 8 o'clock. So it's like, where can I really work and still have a break in between so I don't have to run job to job? And now I'm pregnant. So I'm like, I'm not working 2 jobs while I'm pregnant. I'm already tired as it is. So if you can do just 2 days at a spa and then, you know, work a part-time job so you have that steady, consistent flow of cash coming in and it's reliable, then that's good. At my spa, I started off with 2 days a week, then I went to 3 days. They tried to get me to do more, but I was like, no, I actually quit. So that was good. I could have worked 3 days somewhere else and had a little part-time job. So just if it's not a commission, if it's only a commission-based job, then see what other jobs you can work or how many days they want you to be there. The third thing I came across was it's very hard to find a job in this industry with benefits. No 401k, no insurance. Like, it was horrible. I was like, okay, I can understand, well, not understand, but I can live without the 401k. I got a tip from someone that just save 20% of your check if you can, and put that in your savings. Don't touch it. Save that up for retirement. And then the job I'm at now, they do offer insurance, but I didn't want it because that's a lot out of my paycheck, and then I don't know how much my paycheck is going to be. I'm not steady. It's one thing when I was getting hourly, then like, okay, I'm fine, you know, boom, I'll have insurance, but I don't know what my paycheck is going to be. So right now I have insurance. It's very important to have insurance, but these jobs just don't offer it, and it really stinks that they don't want to pay you. They don't have benefits. So it's like, what am I going to work for? So just be prepared for that. A lot of these jobs don't have benefits. The fourth thing that they didn't let me know in school that was essential pretty much to being successful as an esthetician, well, one of the many things, I touched on it in my last video, was advertising. Advertising is so important. Yes, word of mouth is great. So when you have your portfolio and you can show these clients listen to my skincare advice and listen to me at home, and they got the results they wanted. So I feel like it's just so much easier when you have your portfolio and you can show, you know, yes, it's expensive. Investing in your skin is expensive, but it's going to pay off because you're going to get the goals. It's worth it. And it just stinks that a lot of corporate places don't let you take before and after pictures. But if you can have your client just, oh, before you come in, take a selfie in the car, take one after, and, you know, post it and tag it to, and tag the company or tag my beauty Instagram, and I will post it, and just something like that. Try and get around it that way. And when you're going to other places, you're not just telling them, you can actually show them, this is the work I did on clients. They got the results that they wanted, and it's just going to help you in the long run. And the last thing school did not prepare me for or tell me was that continuing education is essential to being successful. You know, my school would just say, oh, we just teach you the basics, we get you to pass the board, you're going to learn everything at your job. That's not the case. If you're not at a spa or wax center that's ran well, that you can ask your lead waxer or your lead esthetician advice and questions and they help you, you're not going to do good. You're a beginner, you don't know what you're doing. So there's a lot of continuing education classes. If you go to the International Esthetician Trade Show, something like that, IEST, it's canceled this year. But they have a lot of classes where you can sign up waxing, skincare brands, whether you're going to get back bar or just try regular products, and they offer you a discount on their education or free training, which is awesome. So it's really good to go to these trade shows and brush up, well, not even just brush up, but just network and reach out to these companies and get as much training as you can, especially because you don't know what you're doing. You're a beginner. You just learn the basics in school. So I learned so much. Like I said, I follow a lot of estheticians on Twitter and they give a lot of free advice, but I also signed up for a lot of product trainings, well, not a lot, but one, where they offer free training, and I'm learning a lot. I learned a lot about ingredients. And then PCA has one, it's like $250 I think to take the course, but it's carried at my job that I work at now, so I got certified through my company. So that's also good if, you know, you find a spa that pays for your training, even better, but you just want to know what you're doing. Clarity is also Clarity RX. I like their skincare. I think it's great for teen facials and corrective work because I really like their peels, but they offer free training. You just sign up, you go to the Clarity RX professional website, sign up, send your license number. I think you have to send a picture, same thing for SkinScript, and the training is free. So take advantage of that, especially if you want to be a solo esthetician. You know your products, know your back bar like the back of your hand, and know your retail, because you know you want to make money, you want to have retail. So just see what free product trainings that they have. It doesn't hurt to get certified in different products, even though you might not be using it on clients, maybe just on yourself. But when you go to apply for other jobs, it looks really good that you're certified in certain brands, because if you want to go to a new spa that's opening up or a new salon that wants to expand into skincare services, you can say, oh, well, I'm certified in these brands, I know these brands, and that's going to make you look even better, because they're like, oh, well, we have someone we can hire that's certified. Great, she knows this brand, we can probably bring it in. So it's really good just to have this on your resume and in your portfolio. Alright guys, so that is going to wrap up this video on what they didn't tell me or prepare me for in SD school. If they did tell you this, that's great. If you learned something new, awesome. Happy I could help. Anything else I didn't mention that you feel you weren't prepared for, they didn't tell you in SD video and SD school, please let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you guys all next week. Bye. So when you have your portfolio that you can back up and say, so when you have your portfolio that you can show, get, oh my gosh, I cannot talk. Oh my gosh.